Fine. So now we'll discuss how to create an implementation project first. How to create an implementation project first. Go to setup and maintenance. Go to setup and maintenance. Then we will get an environment here where we can implement the product, where we can go for implement our product here. Okay. So what is implementation project? Implementation project is a group of offerings which we are implementing to the client. So implementation project is nothing but group of offerings which we are implementing to the client. So generally what client will do is, when any client is doing some business, when they approach Oracle Corporation saying that I have some thousands of employees, I want to maintain all these thousands of employees data in this particular ERP product, then Oracle will ask the client, or what are the modules you would like to use? As we discussed, around 10 modules we have in human capital management, global HR, payroll, absence management, talent management, compensation, Oracle time and labor, like this. Out of that, client will subscribe to the modules, whatever they wanted to have. Let me show you that particular screen so you can easily understand that. See, these are the modules. Whenever we look at the HCM, it is a group of 3 offerings, what we can see here. So what are the 3 offerings? It's mainly workforce deployment, workforce development, and compensation management. 3 offerings. Okay. So depends on the requirement. Client deployment has got following modules. Development has got this modules. Compensation management has got this modules. What about this span business process? Span business process is basically it's a group of some features. Those are automatically available. Those are automatically available for all the clients. Client no need to go for subscribe. It means indirectly you don't need to pay the money for this features like fast formulas, profile management, workforce directory management. These all are by default available when you subscribe to Oracle Cloud. Oracle Cloud. Only these 3 the client is supposed to subscribe, and he has to pay the money and get the subscription. And in that also client can choose what module. Global HR is mandatory. Without global HR, client cannot implement HCM to the application. This application cannot be utilized. This application cannot be utilized over here it is. Okay. Then after that depends. If client says I want to maintain my employee salaries, then they can go for payroll module. They would like to maintain their leaves information. They can go for absence management. They would like to go ahead with time and labor, like shifts, timings, and other they want to maintain. They can go for time and labor. And the talent management, like they would like to capture their employee performance and goals management, success and talent management. This all they can go for talent management. And if at all client would like to go for benefits and compensation also, they can go ahead. So this is how the client will decide what modules they would like to subscribe. Subscribe in the sense implement for their business. Implement for their business. That's where the client will decide. Okay. So now we are going to create an implementation project. Go to task list. Go to task list here. So we'll go to task list here, select implementation project and create an implementation project here. We are going to mention here name of the project, iOmega HCM implementation. Yeah. So here we can see the status of the project. It is still not yet started. We have not started doing any setups in this particular project. And this is assigned for so-and-so user. And this is the start date. Of course, we can maintain the end date. It's not mandatory. End date depends on the requirement. We can say, let's say it has to be completed in another 3 months. Okay, so click next button. So now the system is going to ask us what are the offerings you would like to implement for this client. It means indirectly what are the modules your client has subscribed. So here we can see the list of offerings, nothing but features available in our Fusion Fusion entire ERP product. We can see the sales, we can see the procurement, we can see supply chain planning, we can see that order management, marketing, and financials. We will see all these options, right? So here we are able to see all these options. And where is HCM, Human Capital Management? Where we have this HCM, Human Capital Management, here it is. So we can see that here, the compensation management and last two, workforce deployment and workforce development. When you combine all these three, it's going to be HCM. It's going to be HCM, Human Capital Management. Human Capital Management, we will find here it is. Any doubts here at this point of time? Is everybody clear now? Fine. So now in compensation, let's say the client decided to go for implement. The client has decided to go for implement individual compensation. So first we have to select main offering. Within that, the client has decided to implement this module called individual compensation. Select this. Then after that, workforce deployment, payroll module, absence management module, then development. We can see that the talent management, the combination of all other modules here. So whatever modules we want to implement to the client, that we are going to select. But we cannot see the global HR anywhere. We have not seen the global HR anywhere. So the global HR is automatically included in our implementation project. We don't need to go for select. By default, it will be available. By default, it is available. Global HR is available by default here. Okay. So click save and open project, or we can go for save and close the project. And again, we can go for login here. Click done button. Let me log out and log in so that you'll be able to understand the navigation part. You can easily understand the navigation part. So I'm going to log out from the application. Log in here. Go to setup and maintenance here. Now we can see our implementation project. So this is how we can go for create an implementation project whenever we are implementing the Fusion applications to the client. It's not only HCM. If somebody would like to go for financials, if somebody would like to go for supply chain management, they can go for implement this options over here. Okay. So any doubts here at this point of time? Is everybody's clear what is implementation project and how to create? What are the things will be included? Now this is our implementation project. Here these all are the list of tasks, and this is our HCM, human capital management offerings. Whenever we select this particular offering, this is offering, this will call it as an offering here. And this is our global HR module. And this is our talent management module. And we will find, of course, security. These all are for internal purpose. It's not related to our modules, functional modules here. Okay. And then we will find here, whenever we select the second one, deployment, we can see the payroll module. See, you can see that global HR again has came. So global HR is available in all the offerings. As we discussed, this is our global HR, and this is our payroll module, and this is our absence management module. And just now I have shown you talent management, and here is your compensation module. So all the setups we have to perform from here. All the setups we have to perform from here for implementations. And the project manager can go for assign these tasks to the employees according to the requirement. According to the requirement, they can assign these tasks to the clients. Any doubts here?